Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Meraj Kidwai, and you're watching Vertex, the solution of every need. How is everyone, and how is everyone doing today? To know more about me, go and check out my website. That is www.vertexthesolution.com, and you will find all the details about me there. So, what I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm going to talk about impact of social media on our mental health, ladies and gentlemen. So, why I chose this topic today to speak on to, because I am into the field of education from past many years. From past 7 to 8 years I am working in this field, and I am self-employed. I'm employed. I worked in the past with prestigious institutions as well in education. I worked with higher education. I worked in school education as well. So I, of course, I worked in the training and development sector. I worked in learning and development sector with other organizations, with other corporate organizations, and I practice it with myself as well with the clients I deal in onto. So it's a very important topic to talk about because social media is used by people of all age groups. Okay, it's not, we cannot say that it's used by the youngsters, 17-18 year old only. It is used by people in 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s. I mean, almost all age group of people use it. But of course, everybody's maturity level of dealing with these platforms are completely different. Okay, and everybody's way of tackling these platforms are completely different. I spoke on cyber psychology also, where how the human behavior is getting impacted, being blended with technology. Now, when we talk about technology, technology is, of course, in many forms. Of course, I'm not an expert on. I'm not from a engineering, software engineering, or certain background where I can speak more about this. I'm not speaking on that aspect of technology, but of course, I'm from psychology background. Okay, and I'm into master's studies as well in education, where I deal with educational and child psychology also, along with clinical psychology. So I can speak on to this aspect, where I think that you know uh, based on experiences, when I talk to the parents on a daily basis, and they're extremely worried about their children, that and they waste a lot of time on social media platforms. They are not productive, liking and commenting or chatting online, sitting online, wasting their precious time. These are very important subjects that we must bring out and talk about it. Well, and of course, how it impacts the mental health of individuals as well. Now, be it Instagram, be it Facebook, be it any social media platforms, if they are being used in a productive way in a sense that, if I talk about myself, I stopped using Facebook way too back. I do not post anything for any sort of a validation in the sense that how many likes I got, how many comments I got, who are appreciating me, who are not appreciating me. So when you are putting yourself out on any particular virtual platforms for seeking some sort of a validation from others, it's going to affect your mental health a lot. People get into depression, people get into anxiety disorders, people do fall in the category of constant comparisons. They are constantly comparing themselves and their life with other people around them, and those who are definitely posting it, how real they are. These days people even use filters in their pictures. They edit their pictures so that they can look better, or whatever it may be, right? So I don't know, better or worse, I can't say about that, because I think the way a person is, they are beautiful in themselves. They do not need any sort of a rectification. But I think this is the behavioral change happening around, with the impact of social media on people's psychology, as well as in their personal lives and personal relationships or professional relationships as well. So and this way people are, comparing themselves with other individuals, and of course their self-esteem is getting affected. And of course people who are having low self-esteem, they start feeling jealous from other people. They may do certain activities, or they react in certain way which may be harmful for themselves and for others as well. So in my brief suggestion, I would say stop using social media. And I'm saying this to the youngsters out there, the students, the college students, people who are, just passed out from their colleges, just graduated and looking up for services or jobs, or, getting into business or getting into entrepreneurship, that please stop using social media right here and right now, my dear students, my dear viewers. Okay. um, Many of the times, being an educator, being in this field, I hear the stories of the parents that, you know ये तो सारा दिन अपना टाइम वेस्ट कर देता है चैटिंग में, या उस पर या लाइक्स में, कमेंट्स में। सारा दिन जो है स्क्रॉल डाउन आप कर रहे हैं, पेजेस को स्क्रॉल डाउन कर रहे हैं, उस पर बैठकर न्यूज़ फीड को स्क्रॉल डाउन कर रहे हैं। उससे क्या आउटपुट है? एवरी योर डे शुड बी प्रोडक्टिव। आपने एक दिन में क्या किया, आपने उस दिन में क्या किया, एंड व्हाट इज़ द आउटकम ऑफ दैट डे। सो इट शुड बी प्रोडक्टिव, देयर शुड बी एन आउटकम ऑफ वॉट एवर यू आर डूइंग, राइट? सो social media also impacts in a way which is distracting you from your day-to-day activities. Many of the times people become so addictive to social media that their daily activities like cleaning themselves, bathing, cooking food, and everything like that gets hampered, right? So um, anything which is not productive for your life is not good for you, right? Now you may say that I'm also recording videos and putting it on YouTube. Okay. Now I just mentioned that anything which is unproductive is not healthy for you. Now, why I put videos on YouTube? Because I have an online business as well. I run online academy where I teach people and I connect with people. So I connect people through these videos as well. I share whatever knowledge I carry in myself through these videos, so that anybody can find rightful help if in need. For example, there are so many YouTubers, so many teachers on YouTube channels who teach people, physics, biology, accounts, entrepreneurship, English. So many channels are there, right? So if you watch one video of any individual, of any teacher, let's say for 1 hour, you have learned something. But if you are just wasting your time on certain social media platforms, liking, comments, and all that, which is completely unproductive, which is not taking you anywhere, then it's simply of no use, right? In the same way, this is how social media impacts our behavior, impacts our day-to-day life. Now when you keep liking or commenting on other people's pictures or on other people's videos without any you don't even know them, they don't even know your full name, they don't know anything about you. So until and unless you do not connect with them in the real world, how will there be any sort of an impact on your life, right? So it is very important to understand that uh, anything which is unreal and it's on the virtual platforms, okay, which is not being productive, which is not transforming your life in any way, is completely of no use. On the same way, there are many people you may find that they ask you to follow them or whatever it may be, right? So I don't know, but I think that um, there is nothing wrong in liking any individual, idolizing any individual, but you must understand this thing that your time is essential for you, your day is essential for you, your life is essential for you. You have to complete your deadlines, you have to complete your tasks, you have to complete your studies, your projects, and many other things. Those people may not have anything to do except being on these platforms, but you people have a lot of things to do in your life. You have to go to school, you have to complete your task, you have to appear for your exams, you have to prepare for your competitive exams. If your whole of the day you are sitting on certain social media platforms, liking and commenting and just doing all of that, unnecessary and completely unproductive, of course it is going to distract you from what you want to achieve, whatever goal or whatever you want to achieve in your life. So this is how social media is also impacting the human behavior. And especially I'm saying this to the youngsters, to the youth out there, that you have so many good things to do in your life. So of course, do not compare yourself with other individuals, whatever they are doing there, right? Whatever you see on social media platforms, I'm telling you, it's not true. It's not real. Many of the times, for example, let's understand with this example. For example, if I want to start up a business, okay, I want to run a business. So I have to do the paperwork. I have to get up, I have to do the paperwork, I have to really work onto it, I have to be consistent in whatever. Only sitting and talking and chatting in a group of people doesn't make it work, right? So you have to take actions. You, whatever you want to achieve in your life, whatever you have set a goal in your life, you have to take actions for that, and you have to proceed further with it, okay? But just people are more on social, this is the behavior here needs to understand, that people are here more on these platforms, so they can post certain pictures, certain videos, that we are doing this, we are doing that, but in actuality it's all fake. It's not real. It has no reality about it, and the reality is completely different to what people who might not be knowing who is coming there, what they are doing. Actually they are not knowing about anything about that individual, and they may think, okay, that person is doing this and that person is doing this and that, and they start comparing themselves, and then they get into depression, they get into anxieties, they get into a lot of many other problems, and sometimes they can self harm themselves as well. So how real are such people who are creating such kind of an environment on such platforms? What is their reality? How real are these kind of people? And secondly, that why you should look to those people, why you need to see such kind of people. So I suggest you to stop using such kind of platforms wherever, and stop following such kind of people. I have recently, at times, I do also watch some videos on YouTube, and I've seen some writers. I'm forgetting his name. He's a very well-known writer, but I've seen his video, and I really liked it, that he's educating the youngsters and the youth out there that they should stop following and such kind of things on social medias, which is impacting their mental health. Probably he's saying in some other way, but I really appreciated this thing. So I think this is very important to understand. And being from the field of education and dealing with children and adolescents and teenagers, I've taught people of almost all age groups. I've trained people of almost all age groups. I've trained people from take taught teaching them from age of 12 and training them till age of 50, 55. I've dealt all sorts of people in my life, and I've interact with every sort of person of all age groups. I interact with people, and um it's very important to understand that, my dear children, my dear viewers, my dear students, that your time is extremely important for you. So utilize your time in being productive, rather than wasting your time on social media platforms, comparing yourselves with people around you unnecessary, which is completely a false image created by others, that has no reality, that has no, I would say, no ground reality about anything, right? So if you want to enroll for a course, go and fill up the application form. Get up from your bed, from your couch, from your chair, wherever you are, and go and fill up that application form and submit that application form and take action towards it. Okay, if you want to apply for a job, online job, offline job, part time job, full time job, government job, private job, whatever sort of job is, go, get up, prepare your resume, prepare your CV, and apply for it. Okay, take action. So social media also impacts people in a way where they are not taking any sort of an action except liking and commenting on some some posts, right, which are completely unproductive, right? So just do not sit back and listen to these videos, or listen to these read these posts, or sharing and commenting in this way, but act on yourself, act on your life, take actions on yourself and move ahead in the process. Okay. um Also, I mean, people, I don't know, these days many sorts of people are there on platforms and they speak about many different things, but in real, there is nothing about them. I mean, if you go and search about them in reality, if you look about them in reality, um in the ground reality, ground reality is completely different to what you see. Okay, so stop listening to such people, stop viewing such people, and take real actions in your life. Okay, move ahead in your life, and stop comparing yourself from others on social media platforms, because whatever you see on social media is not always real. A part of it, of course, if there is something which is really worth finding, investing your time into it, which may be productive for you in some or the other way. That's my message on how social media impacts on the mental health. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye bye and take care.